Hello,
Yo, to
everyone.
the people watching us on
Oh,
YouTube,
hello.
the
You can see us.
visual. Yeah. Welcome to the Yosef and Stephen podcast. My name is Yosef.
My name is Stephen.
For the
And
people who have
hello.
never seen us and just know our voices, this is us now.
This is a new endeavor. We have a
Right.
video now.
Crazy.
We have a video.
Literally crazy,
That adds
bro.
a whole dimension. I mean, anyone listening, like it doesn't. But if you're watching too, it does. Nothing crazy. We'll keep y'all listening
Exactly.
on the highest seat because that is what this is. It's a podcast.
That's so wild, bro. We
Yeah.
finally got into the visuals of this. But how you been? I'm in Richmond right now. You're in Nova. How's
I'm still
everything?
home. Everything's all right. Just chilling.
Have you
Usual.
started classes?
No, I
Not
start
yet,
classes
right?
on Monday. Yeah.
That's crazy,
You
bro.
start on Monday too?
And like already, Richmond has been so wild, like so crazy.
Really?
Like I just got home from work, and what's
Mhm.
it called? Like my whole street right now is blocked by like cops because there is a whole protest happening in front of my house.
For what?
So it's like I think it's Black Lives Matter. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Like, but there's people out and everything, and like the whole street they blocked it off and everything. It's like there's so many cops, bro.
Really?
There's so many cops. It's crazy. They're all like walking around the street, like in the middle of the street and everything, and like I just like walk up to my apartment and there's like five cops in front of it. I'm like, yo, what is going on?
You're like, what is happening, bro? They going
Literally,
to my place?
it's
Maybe they're there for you.
wild. For
Are
real.
they there for you, bro?
I arrive and they're like, yo, let's go. But bro, this just wild, bro. Like everything that has been going on here and everything.
Yeah.
And like we finally have Biden as president. How
Mhm.
wild. Hey,
That
he
is
really made
wild.
it. I know.
Did
I
you
think
watch the inauguration?
I did it. I'm not even gonna lie. I
It's all
did
right.
it. But I saw it on like Twitter and all that. And I saw this thing, like I think he is reducing or taking away. I'm not really sure. It's either reducing or taking away tuition for college tuitions or putting
Bro,
it
that'd
on
be
hold,
lit.
something like that. Yeah, literally. Like I was like, I think it was on the news, and I think like I was going to cookout like the other day, and then someone like in the car was,
Cookout.
yeah,
They
someone
got
in the
food.
car was like, they really do, bro. The $5 plates be going crazy,
Bro, I
especially
got
like late
quesadillas, I
night.
got chicken thing, I got a
That's what
sandwich, I
I'm
got
saying, bro.
a
Like,
milkshake. I couldn't finish all
not
of
a
it.
lot of people give you like all that. It comes with drinks, plates, and
Yeah.
everything, like the whole thing, but for 530. That's it. Right.
Cookout.
This is not even a promotion, but yo, cookout. Y'all doing something right.
Go hit him up, bro. My brother was always talking about that, and I didn't know anything about it. And then we went on a road trip.
Yeah,
We got some cookout. It was
bro.
legitness.
It really is, bro. You can either get a cheeseburger or a chicken, like the what's it called, chicken sandwich. Oh,
Yeah,
that junk goes crazy, bro. But
crazy.
back to the
Anyways,
tuition thing.
tuition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. Like I heard it was like gonna be either put on hold, taken away, something like that.
yeah.
Either reduced, put on hold, or gonna be taken away, which is gonna be insane if they do, bro.
If they took away all my tuition or all my like
Oh
student loans or
my!
whatever,
But do you know how much loans you would be not paying? Like the amount of loans you don't have to pay is crazy.
dude, I don't even know how many loans I do have to pay. Like I don't even know. I'm just I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'll sign up. I'll sign the
And now
paper.
sign up
Like
for every class, yeah.
I don't
But
even know. I don't
I
even
know
comprehend what it's gonna be like. Apparently, it's a lot though.
for
That's what
real.
they say. You people listening, you young people with me, with us, like
Oh my God, yo,
it's just
college,
I don't even know what the struggle is yet, and I know I'm in it. I don't even know what it is, but I know I'm in
right? Well, and you've never really lived out. You really kind of look at things how they are and everything once you start living by yourself, bro. Once you start living by yourself,
Yeah,
you start seeing the expenses that like actually go into like everything, and you're just gonna be like so sick. But for the young people, get ready. That joint is a lot of freedom, bro. compared to high school and whatever we had going on in high school, bro, high school does not matter at all. Like
No, it did then. It so
it
did.
did it then. Like right
High school was
there,
so lit.
I know. Like in the moment, you're like, oh my god, this is my whole world. And if I get a C in this class, that's it for me. And it would just be like, literally, that's the only thing you think about. And now, like in
Yeah.
college, you're just like, there's so many things going on. You
Hmm.
don't really worry
The
about it.
world expanded.
Yeah.
Did. And I don't think about high school that much anymore. It's like,
Yeah, nah,
it's
not
just
really.
a past long past.
Hmm. It literally
It was.
is. Right?
It was our whole world. It was our whole world. And you know what's
Mhm.
kind of weird or kind of
What?
crazy? Like, I remember being a senior and thinking like I was so big and old and like, dang, I'm a senior,
Yeah, when
OMG.
uh-huh.
And now when I look at seniors that I know, like my sister's like, oh, they're a senior because my sister's in high school. I'm like, they look so young, like it's so little almost. And
Yeah,
I
but
know I
to
was at that point
them,
thinking I was so old.
I
I'm like
know. To them,
so
it's like
confused.
to those seniors, they're literally like the biggest people. Though they're adults. You feel me?
The dogs.
They really made it, type of thing.
We were the big dogs.
Yeah, but in college, bro, everything kind of becomes leveled, and by that I mean
I agree.
every the whole age thing kind of just like disappears.
I don't even know some of my peers' ages. I find out later that they're like
Exactly.
3 years older than me, and
I
I'm like,
know, right?
what the
You're
heck?
like,
I
what the
thought you were
heck?
my age or something, or I think they're older than me, but they're younger than me, or in a
I
higher grade.
know.
So confusing, and it's cool how it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it really literally like don't matter unless someone actually asks for your age. It's kind of like just everyone is kind of an adult. You treat everyone like they old. You feel me?
Yeah,
So it's just like it kind of takes the transition of it being from like uh you being sheltered to being responsible for everything.
yeah.
You
You're
know what
like
I mean?
your own person. That's what a lot of people say. They start like becoming their own person, or like
Yeah.
realizing more of who they actually are, or maybe they already knew when they were in high school. Good for them. I don't know.
I mean, I
I
don't know. But in high school, but everything was different. Like my process was wholly different from what it is now.
really
Like
how
what
so?
bro, if you took me back to high school and like with what I understand about everything and like
Hmm.
financials and all that,
The
and you
birds and
put
the
me,
bees.
yeah. Literally, bro, if you take all of those things and then like put me back in high school with the knowledge that I have now, but like my whole thought process would be different. Like it would be a more uh logistic and adult type of thoughts that I would have. And by
Hmm.
that I mean like it's just like I'm gonna say financially, like you feel me? Financially, high school did not teach me shit, bro. Like absolutely nothing. I had a personal finance class and everything, but
Hmm.
when I really sit back and think about it, what the, there was nothing I learned from financial, like personal finance, bro.
Bro, I took that class online over the summer 1 year,
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, this is like I really didn't do any of it. I didn't do any of it. I took it
literally,
online,
bro. The Sims
and I
literally
found all the
take
answers online.
yeah.
I was like, oh, easy.
The Sims literally take more than less than 10 minutes. And the way you do them for the people listening,
Yeah,
this is
tell me
how
about that, bro. I don't understand that. Tell me what it is.
okay,
I didn't
the
play that.
Sims, here's the thing. Sims are really easy. They're basically supposed to show you what it's like living and like you feel me? The
By playing
outside
the
world.
game. You play
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Sims game.
yeah. So and then you figure out like grocery shopping and all that stuff. But like that's the class where you used to see me out all the time when I was in high
Yeah,
school and like when you came out of class you saw me outside. That was that
yeah.
class because I used to be done within the first like less than 10 minutes. I'm done with it, with the whole sim. And the way you do it is I never understood any of it. I'm not gonna lie. I like the
Yeah,
whole thing. I didn't understand it. I just kind of went through everything. I just click on answers
you just
and then
moved
because you can
past it all.
yeah just go past it. You just go past it because it tells you the right answer right after you click on what's it called uh right after you click the answer and then you say submit. It tells you the right answer and whether or not you're wrong. And then I
Really?
used to take I used to take pictures of those. and then I'll go back to the sim and then do it all over again and just do it. Like in the first 5 minutes, I'm done with class.
And then you
And
go
then
chill.
yeah, and then the rest of the class, the teacher was like, "Oh, okay. You if you're done, you can do whatever you want. You can either chill, go out, walk around, whatever." So I was like, "Okay, bet. You don't
Yeah.
have to tell me twice. I'm out."
Wait, tell me, you playing? So I know The Sims is like a game. I've heard of
Yeah.
The Sims. I think a lot of people have. You play The Sims, and it's like you can have your person and a little family, and you're like, you can send them to college, and you just like live their
Hmm.
life for them. You can like put them in a pool and like make them live in the pool or something. I don't know.
Oh no, no,
Are you
those are
playing the real Sims for this class?
no, no, no. Those are the real games. I know what you're talking about. The Sims game is the old like slide phone Jones and then the little sim game with the little diamond. It's not those games.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
not.
not
It's
that.
not. It's the sim. They just call it a sim because it's like a simulation of what it's gonna be. To be honest.
Uh,
Yeah, it's not.
that
It
had me
doesn't.
that had me excited that you were like getting to play video games to learn.
Yeah. No, no,
Tell
no.
me
It
they
wasn't
should do that
anything
more.
like that, bro. If they did that, that would be really cool because you would be
Yeah,
kind of like achieving a mission, like a goal. You feel me?
yeah.
But in this case, it's not like that. It's all just finance and all numbers.
Oh,
You feel me? And it's just like you're putting in numbers and then you're making sure this person that you are a simulation, like playing as, doesn't like starve, gets a job, and all that. So it's
that sounds so
very,
not fun. That sounds
it's
not
not,
fun.
it's not, it's very boring, but that's not what I'm saying. That's why, and then like the teacher doesn't really teach it. He doesn't
No.
teach the Sims and like he kind of just like sat back and relaxed there. And
Maybe that's
like,
like real life. Maybe that's you're doing real life sim there. You got to
I
figure it
don't
out on
know.
your own.
Like
It's
people
not
were
even fun. It's
struggling with
boring.
that. It really is. But it's just
Dang.
like people were struggling with that. I would be done with class within the first 10 minutes, and then I'm out, bro. I would be at home. I used to go home, bro, during like school days, and then come back because I wouldn't have like a sixth or eighth period, so I'll just be
Yeah,
like at home chilling, and then
that
come
sounds
back.
nice.
Yeah, and like the school did a whole this work thing, where
Work
you
thing.
can, yeah, workshop or something like that, where you can, it's not a workshop, but where you can leave to go work. And I
Mhm.
told them I was doing that, and they just, it was very, senior year, I'm not gonna lie, senior year was the best year for me, like because I didn't do a lot, like it was very fun. That's how it was.
It-
That's exactly
I was making a chilling face and
yeah,
just a
Jay
tone.
chilling face, like, that's
Bro, I would
exactly how it
see
was.
that my our junior and senior year, our school was under construction.
Oh
Like
my
half of our classes were outside, a good walking distance from the
god.
main building in trailers.
Hmm.
And every time when I was in what was it, seventh period AP Gov, I would leave Gov, and you had Gov right next to me in the trailer connect line. And every time, I swear, every time I went to the bathroom in that class,
I
go to
know.
another trailer, you'd be out there just hanging out, and I'm like, bro, this is like the 10th class in a row I've seen you. Maybe not,
I
that might
know.
be an exaggeration, but I see you
Bro,
in.
it's probably more than 10, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, cause it's just like, but that tells you about like how much of a nonchalant the teachers were. And like,
Yeah,
and once you get your work done, it wasn't a thing.
yeah,
And you feel me? And so it wasn't like the teacher would have you stay in the class and stuff. Once you're a senior, it kind of changed. Like everything
it
kind of
did.
became cool. The teacher kind of became what's it called?
They got some swag.
Yeah, they like started
I'm
letting you
sorry,
breathe. He says swag. They start letting you breathe a little bit compared
hmm
to like being a freshman and all that.
bro. You know who didn't let me breathe? You. Every time I go to the bathroom, on those times I see you out there, bro, I'd go to the bathroom, I'd go in the trailer, go to the urinal, and you'd either scare me or come up behind me and take a video of me. Not of the
Yo,
inappropriate stuff,
it
but of
sounds
me.
mad wild. Like when you're just talking about it, it sounds wild. Like it sounds crazy that I did that. But in the moment, it wasn't like that. It
It was
wasn't like
pretty
me
funny.
all like taking videos of it. But it was just like it's something I did, scaring them. Like, scaring. Now you weren't. That's the thing. You weren't the only person I used to scare in the bathroom, bro.
I wasn't the
There was
only victim.
Isaac. Yeah, there was Isaac. Isaac was the funniest one to scare. Isaac is one of our friends, like good
Yeah.
friend, and he was the funniest one to scare, bro. Because he would be shook out of his mind every time. Every time I would get it. Um,
I could imagine
But
that.
the trailers were a thing, bro. Like weird. I don't know what it is though about guys in like bathrooms. We used to be in there like 10, 15 deep
Oh my god,
in
bro! I'd go in there and there'd be
in the
like there'd
bathrooms.
literally be like 10 to 15 people in there hanging out. Everyone was jeweling. Everyone
I
had their
know,
jewels. They were ripping the jewels, and I was like, "What's up?"
bro.
And they're like,
I know that
"Hey,
was when
music's
jewels were
playing."
really big too. I don't know. Yo, that's what I was gonna get to. But there's a time where I went to the bathroom, bro. They had the lights off and everything, and they had a speaker, and they were flashing their phones and having a whole party in the bathroom. And I was like, yo, what is going on?
I'm just trying to use
But
the
that
bathroom.
was my senior year. I know. Imagine
It was
someone is
it
about
was
to
a good
pee
time.
and they pump it. It really was. It really
It was
was.
crazy,
I
dude.
enjoyed
People,
high school.
you remember they were telling us, the administration was like, if you boys don't stop destroying the bathrooms in the trailers,
Yeah,
we're gonna like close them. They're gonna be closed, and you have to go all the way inside or something, because people were like
I know.
ripping the walls off and like punching holes in
Yeah,
the
they
walls
would
and
draw on it, bro. We're
breaking
very
everything.
barbaric, bro. Like I don't know what it is about humans, but we're
I don't
barbaric, bro.
know.
We literally used. There was drawings on the whole thing. Like the whole wall had drawings on it.
Yeah,
Like
it was
the
like
whole
drawings
thing,
and like wood. There was like wood over everything. Like it was a
like the wood
construction zone
panel. Yeah, yeah.
because there were so many freaking holes in the wall. It's kind of funny. And then wasn't there like a raccoon that was living in the building in the bathroom or something? Like in the
It
floor of the
was
bathroom?
under. It was under the. Yeah, it was under the bathroom. Yeah, we was really going through it.
We were in those trailers for 2 years. Honestly though, I liked it. I'm gonna stick by that because even though it
I'm
was annoying
sorry,
when it
you're
was
the only
raining,
person I've ever met who says I like it.
I just feel like it made it more exciting. It made like I would have gone 4 years in the same building, the same
Yeah,
wall, same paintings, but no, surprise, we're gonna be in trailers, and you have to walk to your trailer and go
I
outside,
guess.
and
I mean,
it
the
was
whole going
fun.
outside part and everything was cool, but it
Yeah,
was the part that made it horrible was when it used to snow or rain. When it used to
yeah,
snow or rain, oh my god, it was literally the worst thing ever. Cause
it
it
was,
just it wouldn't stop. It would not stop. It would just be
and you got to walk
yeah,
outside to class.
yeah, and it would flood. Oh my
Yep,
goodness.
huge floods. No one could get by. It was a disaster. It was on the news. There was so much freaking water.
I
It's
know.
on
We
the
were on the
news.
news, bro. Oh, remember when we were on the news? I mean, on TV for the game, this
Yes,
football
I
game.
do. That was fun. That was
Yeah, to this,
crazy.
my mom still has a video of that, and like she shows it to the fam and everything. Every time,
Really?
my mom
Oh my
thinks I
god.
made it. She basically
Oh,
thinks
we
I
did.
made it, bro.
We were on college ESPN we were at a UVA
Yeah,
football game, and I had never been to one, and I
that
don't
was
know if
our
you had ever been to
first
one.
time going to like
First
a
time.
legit football game. I mean,
Yeah,
I say legit, but like college legit football game, and
yeah,
we were young, but we was in the front going crazy, and then they
crazy.
caught us on TV, and that was
The
dope.
camera guy came up. He was like, "Hey," and we were like, "Hey!" Lit, lit.
Uh, I miss those days, bro. Everything was so simple.
It
Mhm.
was.
But
It
nowadays,
was.
but with Corona and everything, it's like everyone is strapped at home. Even bro, at school right now, like I can go outside and there won't be a lot of people. And it's like
Yeah,
school is about to start, and it's like that is that week of moving in and everything. There should be a lot of people out. You feel me?
yeah.
But people just be people just be at home all day long. But with that being said, we want to
Yeah,
introduce something brand new to the
yeah. We're gonna
podcast.
try something. We're gonna try something.
Yeah. So we're gonna roll a little intro music to segue us into that. Go
Yep.
ahead.
All
We are
right.
back.
We're back.
So we're gonna slowly transition to a thing where we're gonna be whispering, whispering the whole time.
Whispering. We're gonna just whisper the rest of this podcast, and
Yeah.
for not really any reason other than to like try it out,
Why not?
see how
Just
see how
try
it
it
works.
out. If it works, it works.
It's already like uncomfortable to talk like this.
It
But
really is.
if I get like comfortable, I can like comfortably whisper and be really quiet near myself.
Yeah. But it's like if you try to project and still whisper,
Whisper.
we are the worst whisperers.
I know, bro. I remember Mr. DeLeo, our theater teacher, would be like, or someone would be like, "You can whisper loud." I sound like Batman. Batman. Oh my gosh.
Bro, the craziest thing happened. Right.
Yeah, tell me.
So yesterday,
Yeah.
I'm going back and forth from whispering to normal voice.
It's getting
But
louder.
yesterday,
Yeah.
I was walking over to a friend's house, which is like 2 minutes away. And the way to get in to their house is basically you gotta put in a code, and then you open this like door, and then you can go into the house and everything. Like there's to the doorway.
Code? What's
No,
the code?
like the code to the building.
Yeah, what is it? What is the code?
I'm not gonna say the code.
All right, fine.
but but I was walking up to the doorway where you could put in the code.
Yeah.
And right on the doorway, there's a person asleep.
Like
And
outside on the stoop?
like on the outside. So there's, let's say this is the door, right in front of the doorway where you can put in the code. There is a girl asleep, completely out.
Whoa.
Right? And I was like, okay, I don't want to just walk over her. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just real quick just say, hey, are you okay? And she looked like a teenager. For me, like she looked like a teenager because of how she dressed. I couldn't see her face because like it was covered because of her hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but I'm gonna just see if this person is okay. Maybe they just got too drunk and like couldn't make it to the door.
They forgot the code.
Right? And that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, they probably got really drunk and just fell asleep at the doorway.
Yeah.
And then I get to the door and I was like, hey, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm okay. And then I was like, is this your building? She's like, yeah, I woke up from her sleep. Like when I was like standing over her type of thing, kind of like, hello. she kind of got scared. I woke up. You know what I mean?
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
And then I think she was kind of disoriented because of like either me waking her up or just the fact that she did something like, and that's kind of like she's buzzed out, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, okay, do you live here? And she's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, okay. So I just put in the code. And then right when I put in the code and open the door, my friend calls me from the behind. And I turn around to look at him. And then he's like, yo. And then he's coming up to the door and he sees her and he slows down. And then as he slows down and then about to walk up and come inside, she comes in before him. Right? And then she so right when you walk in, there's a stairway, and then but the house we're going to was straight in front of us. So when we were walking up to the door we going up to, she starts following us slowly behind us.
Oh.
I know. She literally followed us behind us. I know. And then we're knocking on the door, right? And then my friend goes, come in. And then like if this was another person, okay, I'll get to that. She says, come in, right? And then
Yeah.
we walk in. The girl's still walking like almost like we invited her to the house type of thing. You know?
Oh.
She walking up and I let my friend in and close the door. Close the door in her face. Like not in a rude way or anything, but like
Yeah.
she was right in front of the door. I just closed the door. Right? And then
Yeah. That makes sense. I wouldn't let
yeah,
some rando in my house.
right. And I was like, and it's not even my house. So I was like, yo, I'm not gonna do that to this
Yeah.
woman. You feel me? And I was like, I close the door and then I tell the person, like our friend's house, the person who has the house, and I was like, yo, there's someone in front of your house. There's literally a person in front of your door. And they thought I was joking. And they were like, no way, you're kidding. And everything got up, right? And then
You're
looked,
playing with me.
I know, they looked through the people and then they see the person's just standing there.
That's
Bruh.
freaky.
Bro, just standing there. And we're like, oh, hell no. Come back. And then we're like, we don't, we just sat on the couch for a second. And then we're trying to figure out what do we do? You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
And then we're like, we gave it a minute, and then we like go back and check. And then when we went back and checked,
Maybe she left. Maybe she
yeah,
left.
maybe she left. When we went back and checked, she's still standing there. And then we're like, okay, then okay, we don't want to call 911 because there's nothing. She hasn't done anything.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
you feel me? She hasn't done anything. So what's the point of calling a whole cop?
Yeah,
And
maybe she needs something or help
yeah,
her out.
maybe like, and then and then but because she was kind of like out of it,
Yeah.
she when she stood up and I saw her, she wasn't a teenager. She was like 35 to 40 years old.
Oh.
And then at that point I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's like out of it, like she did something and she's kind of out of it.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, let's just call a non-emergency number. You right? Just so um like they could send someone and just check up on her.
Yeah.
So we right when we're calling the emergency number, like we got up and looked through the people as we're calling the emergency number again, right?
Yeah.
We look through the people. She's going upstairs to the other houses.
Oh.
And we're like, yo, this is
That's
weird.
that's very mysterious.
I know.
And it's kind of scary.
It really
Scary.
is, bro. Because it was just like the fact that she kind of followed us to the door and everything. Like, if it was, thank God it was us who came up to the door, right? And then, because like my friend, when we knocked on the door, she just said, come in. So this person would have just walked in to the house. If
Yeah.
if it was any other person who opened the door for her. Was that a swallow that I heard? But yeah, it was like so crazy. And
Yeah.
she went upstairs, and then we're like, okay, we're calling this like emergency number, and the emergency number takes a break. They're asking so many questions about what she looked like um, how is she built, how tall is she,
Yeah.
and this person is literally in the building,
Yeah.
and
You
we're
need
like,
them there now.
yeah,
I
we're
need you
like,
here now, bro.
we're like, yo, pull up, and then
Let me
they
just tell you the code.
right, and then um while we're doing that, after she went upstairs, we
Yeah.
hear footsteps of her coming down, right? And we're on the phone like, yo, Shorty's coming downstairs right now. But if y'all gonna send someone, right now.
We need you right now.
Literally, and then she comes up to the door again and knocks on it.
Oh, she knows on the
She was like, hey, I'm just looking for an address or something like that. She says that. And we're like, I don't know about that. Like,
Yeah.
it kind of shook us to open the door.
It would scare me too, bro.
Yeah, and the only thing she had on her was oranges and something. Like she had one orange
Oranges?
and yeah, she had one pair of orange
What is that? Like the fruit?
Yeah, the fruit. That's all it like when she got up from her sleep, what I saw was she had one pair of orange and
One pear of orange? What?
yeah, yeah, just
Like
just
two oranges?
no, just a pair of an orange.
A pear? A pear? A peel?
Just the one orange, brother. But and we're like, yo, I don't think she's like right. So I was like, yo, we gotta call someone. So
Yeah.
cops come and then they knock on the door. We open it up and see they're like, hey, we kind of found her on the street too.
Oh.
We have a troop that like I think our trooper found her on the street and is about to talk to her to find out what's going on. And this was
Oh.
last night. We were like, yo, I was shook. That joke just like took me out of my reality. I was like, yo, what is going on right now?
Yeah. It's like so unexpected for something like that to happen.
Right. And I wanted to give him the benefit, like for the people who are listening and are like, why'd you let him in? And right? Because I
You
would
should
say
have
that.
let her.
Yeah, I know. But it's just like I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt and be like,
Yeah.
maybe this is her house and like she just got like drunk or something. And like I'm just trying to make up reasons to give her
Yeah.
the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And she hasn't done anything. She looked like she did like she needed help. So it was just like trying to find out what's going on. But
Yeah.
everything was well. Everything went great.
That's
But it was
awesome.
just such a crazy like event that happened. I just had to share it, you know?
Yeah. Bro, that reminds me of when I was a freshman, I lived in the dorms at school,
Yeah.
and to get into my dorm, you have to have a card, like a student
Yeah.
ID,
Yeah.
and you swipe it, it lets
Hmm.
you in, and then I you might have to do it again. I don't know if you do. I don't think you do. You just go through the next door, and, and I'm being too hot. And you go to the next door, and you have to
Yeah.
show it. You have to show it to the
Yeah.
person at the front, and
Yeah.
then go forward. There's stairs that you can take up, or take the elevator. Most people take the elevator.
Right.
And I was in my dorm one day, and apparently, while I was in my dorm, this
Right.
a guy, like an adult man, came in behind a student. Like they just like let him in. You were nice. You let the next person in behind you,
Hmm.
and they just let this guy in. And the guy was able to get past the security without
But
being
now
noticed, without a card, without being noticed. He went past the security. He went up the stairs, which leads directly to a floor of dorms, of
yeah.
like little apartment things for residents. A lot of freshmen live in these dorms,
Hmm.
and he apparently started like wiggling doorknobs and trying to
Get
go
in?
in. And he went into like three rooms
Are
apparently.
you serious?
Yeah, and he like went in and looked around, and like and he went into one. Apparently, went into one person's room. In there. I won't get too into it. They listen. It's extremely traumatic experience. But like
Right.
it was crazy. This guy like came in and went in people's rooms and walked around, and then he left. Or like a
Did he
student
did he
got.
steal anything or anything? Or was just he just walks into a room and like looks around and walks out?
I feel like I remember someone saying that he like took a card or something, like a card, like someone's debit card was gone.
Are you
Like,
serious?
yeah, and like, bro, imagine getting back to your space and then people telling you like, oh yeah, some random person was in here. Like, we don't know for how long, for only a few minutes, but he was in here. Like, he looked like, bro,
In
I
your
would be
room,
like,
I would be
in your
shook.
room, I would be shook too, bro. It was crazy, but
Bruh.
and so that happened. They I think they like fired the guard at the front because they totally failed on their job. So
Yeah, kind of.
that's like their thing.
Don't you,
That's their,
don't you have
that's their
to
thing.
don't you have to tap your card, like scan your card, not
Yeah.
at the door, but to the guard?
No, when you get to the guard,
Oh,
you just flash it at them. You like, you wave it at him. Here it is. That was me waving it.
here
And
at
then
VCU, you have to go up to the people and then like tap your card. And there's a little like thing where you gotta
yeah,
tap your card, and so they see each person that taps their card.
yeah, that
That's
makes sense.
so wild. So yours is just on the doorway. like on the
On the
outside door.
yeah, like on the street, you tap it, it
Yeah,
beeps green, you go in, and then you flash it, and you're good. And
that is
I
so
don't know.
crazy.
I don't even know. And luckily I was on the sixth floor, so this person didn't get to
Yeah,
my
he didn't
floor.
make it all the way up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I kept my door unlocked like all the time, 24/7. My roommate and I were pretty
I
silly of us,
remember
but
that.
now it's nice and secured, or it was. But yeah,
Man,
that was
that's
crazy.
so wild, bro.
That was really crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's but like, things have been happening so crazy like these couple of days. But there was like before this lady stuff, there was people in my apartment building that were like, my whole apartment building was boarded up because apparently like there was people who are like protesting that would like walk in.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like walk into these houses,
walk
like
into the people's
into
home.
the buildings, into the buildings.
Oh,
So like my building, like you have to go and like press a code before you enter like the you feel me the housing areas.
yeah,
But like my whole thing was boarded up and everything. Like my doorway, everything was boarded because of it. Like the scare that's going on of people was called like protesting, like banging our stuff and everything, and
yeah,
it's just people were really scared, man. Like especially after the Capitol thing, the thing that happened in the Capitol.
yeah.
Like, yeah, people
Oh,
were
trying to be on top of it.
exactly,
Gotta protect.
yeah, and I was like,
Craziness.
that's so crazy. But
Yeah,
like, that's what I've been going through. Like, Richmond has been. I haven't even been here for a week yet, and already it's been wild. But
yeah,
I love Richmond. You know, it's just every day there's something to do. That's
yeah.
why
I
I
feel
really
you.
like it.
I
There's
feel you.
always something to do, you know,
Yeah,
or something going on.
there's always. I like how you said that with your whisper. You like, there's always something going on.
Yeah, I've been trying to like remember that we're whispering.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
very hard for people
bro, it is. Yeah,
listening. It's
I,
really
I,
hard to like whisper for a long time.
I have a friend, and like we would hang out a lot a long time ago, and like hang out all the time, and and we would whisper to each other. I just remember anytime we would have to like whisper because it was late at night, we'd be whispering, and like I would want to be really whispering, like, oh, we gotta be really quiet. It would be like they would start talking like a little, and I'm like, but like I just
That's
know
the
that
thing.
they couldn't keep it. I'm like, I don't know.
In the middle of a conversation, it tends
Yeah,
to just grow up. Like your
yeah,
voice tends to just like grow out of nowhere when you're not even
yeah,
expecting it. But it's
it
just like
does. I
this
ran.
is like for people who are like who think this is not like challenging, try it.
Oh, it
Try
is.
to
Yeah,
whisper with your family member, and then you'll be like, "What the heck?"
it's freaking hard. I'm so used to like talking all the time because like
Mm-hmm.
this is here. This is interesting. This is the dictionary definition of whisper. It is a verb. There are a lot of other ones, but a verb to speak with soft, hushed sound using the breath, lips, etc., but with no vibration of the vocal cord.
Oh, see,
Bro,
that's where it gets hard because
yeah.
like if you're trying to do a podcast, you need some vibration.
You gotta vibrate.
Yeah,
Uh, Batman,
mm, but
Batman kind of whispers all the
so
time.
far, so far, this has been going great.
Yeah,
I like
bro,
it.
maybe this will be like our full time thing. We do forever. If you like this, we'll keep it up. Maybe we'll start an ASMR channel.
Yeah,
Like this is kind of ASMR. Like
it's
come on.
very ASMR. But but
I'm not gonna smack my lips.
I don't think I've seen anyone do this with a podcast, like ASMR podcast. And for the people listening, this is not gonna be like just us whispering. It's not gonna be just it. We're gonna
Yeah,
every week we're gonna have something different coming up where
yeah.
about for the first half, I mean for the first half. For the first half, it's gonna be us normal talking, and then
Yeah.
we might switch into something else.
Yeah, we got a bunch of weird ideas. We're
Yeah.
gonna like experiment with
So,
things and
guys,
see
you
how
guys are not
see how it
ready for
works.
this. You're
Yeah,
not ready for all of this.
no, I'm ready. I'm ready. Well, remember, or what do I? Okay. I was thinking about like whispering and like all the time you have to whisper.
Yeah.
If you're at like if you're taking a test, or imagine you're like taking a test and you gotta like get the answer from the guy next to you, but you gotta be really quiet. You're like, yo, bro, you got number 5.
No.
Oh, come on. Move your paper.
The teachers look at me. Teachers.
She's not. Bro, she's literally facing the other direction, bro.
All right, fine. Just number 5, though. That's it.
Okay.
Don't look at my other answers.
I got C for number 6. I don't know where you got A, bro.
Oh, that's how it really be, though. Like,
Yeah.
the other person be having like A or B, and you're like, that's not what I got. Bro,
I don't
where else would you have to whisper? Like funeral. You would have to whisper at a funeral.
Yeah.
You know?
If you want to talk, you gotta be quiet.
Yeah.
Because that's, respect. At a library.
A library.
Bro, that's a place they'd be like, shh. You're like, oh. You're like, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Those librarians are serious about their job. Bro, I couldn't imagine myself being a librarian.
Why?
I don't know, bro. Imagine being a librarian.
You gotta know where the books are at.
Right?
Like section.
It's crazy, but like those jobs, they really are needed. Like
they are,
some sort of form, each job that a person, even at like the most
we're in a library.
Oh, my bad. Even the most minuscule job that you might even think like is minuscule, it's really needed. Like it's just so wild to think about, bro. There's so many jobs out there, and like so many things to do. It's just so crazy that every little thing is kind of needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a place for everything.
Like, okay, I'm thinking, because right now I'm thinking about those, because I park on the street, right? So every morning I have to move my car, like every single morning, because I get a ticket otherwise. And I'm thinking of those people who give tickets. And I'm like, bro, I swear they piss me off. Because each day you're waking up in the morning to go to work to ruin someone else's day. Literally. And it blows me, but at the same time, I understand the job. It's kind of needed.
Do what you gotta do. That's their job.
Yeah.
You think they like it? They're like, oh, this
hell no. Hell.
I'm about to put a ticket on this idiot's car.
I don't think. But literally,
maybe not.
Unless you're like malicious, you're just like,
you don't get a ticket.
Literally, bro. That's how I be thinking about them. Each morning I wake up, I'm like, because it's just like, I'm thinking like, I walk down those stairs thinking, you're literally waking up to go ruin someone else's day. You piece of moldy cheese.
You piece of moldy cheese. I like that.
Right? Bro, I used to say that a lot. Moldy cheese.
You did. Moldy cheese.
Yeah, I used to call people moldy cheese all the time.
Who wants to be a moldy cheese? That is
literally, bro.
It's not good.
But
is all cheese mold though?
That's what I was literally gonna ask.
Bro, I think it is.
It really is. I mean, you gotta age cheese. for it to become cheese,
Yeah.
you know? So it does mold. It becomes what's it called? Moldy.
Moldy.
But like, what's the worst cheese in your opinion? Not that it matters to anyone, but what's the worst cheese?
What's the orange cheese? What's that orange one?
Cheddar?
Yes.
You think that's the worst cheese?
I mean, it's not the worst,
You know,
but
you haven't met goat cheese. That's why you think cheddar is the
goat
worst.
cheese. I feel like I've had goat cheese. It's not. It's good.
Are you serious? Oh
Maybe
hell,
I'm tripping. Maybe I'm messing up.
hell,
But
bro. Goat cheese smells like hot breath. That's what it smells like. And it tastes like hot booty.
no, that's what I think about cheddar, bro. I mean, not no cheddar like a cheese it, good, fire. But you give me. I don't. I'm not a fan of the like blocks, like the little squares of a cheese. Like
Oh,
that's too
nah,
much,
nah.
especially
Forget
with the
those
orange one.
the little blocks of cheese. That's some like snacks. I don't do snacks. I don't snack on cheese. That's kind of weird to me. People will
Yeah,
snack on cheese
I don't do
unless
that.
unless you are like a winery or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say go snack on a cheese. That's just not
I'm
it.
not gonna. I'm not gonna
You
snack on the
know?
cheese.
Yeah, there's better things to eat than cheese. But uh like the if you put it on a burger, cheddar goes crazy.
It does. I'll give you that. That's
I don't
true.
I don't think you got the concept of it being worse. I don't think you get it. Because cheddar is not the worst. Since you like it so much, it's not the worst.
yeah, maybe I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe I like all cheese.
Nah.
Oh, you know which one I'm not a fan of? The ones that come in the circle ones that come in the container that you
Oh,
peel off. You peel off the container. I don't
the
like that.
little what is they
Blue
called? I
bell or
think
whatever. Is it blue bell? Blue
I
bell
don't
cheese?
know. In
Okay.
Ethiopia, I used to my family and I used to call them lavash cream.
Lavash cream.
Lavash cream.
Lavash cream.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's not even an Amharic thing. It's just like we just call it a lavash cream. And it's the little red thing that you peel off, and then it's like, but I used
Yeah.
to love those when I was a kid. Like I
Really?
love those. And then I got to America and it tastes different. It
Oh.
tastes so different from like the Ethiopian lavash cream. Like the other one had like this sweetness to it and everything. Here is so different. Like the food is so different. I'm like, yo, this does not take. So that's why I stopped eating them. You would see them on my house if you like, what's it called? If they were the same as the old ones.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I don't know. It's just it tastes so different.
They don't hit right. They don't hit
Yeah,
right.
bro. Fruit too in Ethiopia.
Fruit?
Fruit. Oh my god, bro. The fruit tastes so much better in Ethiopia than here.
Why? Is it
Like
like
I don't.
fresh or something? Freshly grown?
Yeah, I think so. And there's no pesticides or anything, bro, on it. And
Oh.
so it's just like it's just fresh fruit that has just been picked, and then they sell it at like a corner store or whatever. And
Yeah.
it tastes so much better. It's like having Coke in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I
I got
mean?
my sister's here. She said, "Am I done?" I said, "No."
You know what I mean?
no, yeah, it's different. It's so different.
Yeah,
They make it different.
it's like when I was in Europe, I never had Coke in Mexico, but in Europe, I think it's the same thing as Mexican Coke. But
Yeah,
the soda tastes so much better. Like
yeah.
so 10
I
times
remember
better.
that. I don't even like soda. I remember when we were in Norway, I tried some of your soda. I was like,
I
holy
know the
crap, this
Coke
is good.
was crazy. Like
Yeah,
I had to get like 2, 3 refills just because it was so good. Like I don't even like soda like that.
two,
Like I
three.
really don't.
Yeah.
But it was just like it was so good. I think it's the sugar. I searched it up and they said that the sugar is different. The sugar
Oh,
we use and the sugar like
that
the,
sugar,
the
sugar.
Europe and Mexico use is so different,
Hey,
and
give me some sugar,
it makes it taste better.
some
You know
sugar,
what I mean?
sugar.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Sorry. No, it does, bro. You know what you reminded me of? You were saying the Coke, the soda. Do you remember when we? This is like the whispering we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when we went to see a quiet place in the movie theater? are deaf.
Mhm.
So when it was in their perspective, it was silent. In the movie theater, remember that? It was completely
Oh,
silent.
yeah, there was a
It
whole
was
thing,
silent.
bro. It was literally like you could hear a pin drop. Like, you know how movies have this, just an external sound. All right, that's what every movie just either has in the scene, even if it's like us talking in a scene, there's the external sound in the background, whatever sound. But in that moment, the whole thing went silent, just dead
Completely.
quiet.
Completely.
Yeah, it was like wearing those Bose headphones. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
You
Those
you
noise
hear like
canceling headphones.
a
It was like
ringing in
wearing
the
them.
ear. Yeah. I remember we couldn't even. We had our popcorn and our soda. We were like trying to take a sip, being quiet, really. But it was even that was too loud. And like popcorn, I remember I couldn't. Like I didn't want to take a bite of the popcorn because it would.
So it was crunch.
That
Yeah,
was like it was like a crunch. You couldn't even do it.
bro.
Crazy.
Like that's what I was. But imagine having to be quiet. Like I want to go to the place. I was watching a YouTube video, right?
Yeah.
So did you hear that? There was a
Yeah, I
scream.
did.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
outside. And this is Richmond for you, bro. Every day like that. Like every day. Bro, it could be 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning. But I woke up from my sleep today. I woke up from my sleep at 5 a.m. because there was people screaming and fighting. Like
Oh, don't go out of those hours. Those are the bad hours.
now I don't even go out for nothing. I was in bed. I hear screaming outside my window, and I was like, "What is going on?" And that wasn't the first time. Like I've seen custodians, like VCU custodians, fight.
They were getting it.
No, it was early in the morning, and I'm like, "Yo, what is going on right now?" And it's very hectic. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
what was I saying before
You were
that?
saying you were going to the YouTube video of a quiet place or something, maybe silent. You saw a video. You want to go to a place where you have to be
Yes,
quiet.
yes. So it's not you have to go. It's not you have to be quiet, but it's the quietest place in the world. It's a room that has like people probably have seen it. If you've ever like looked up on YouTube and everything, you've probably seen it. But it's like this room that has is boarded up. You know those sound absorbing what's it called
Yeah,
foam things?
with
But
the like triangles
they
on them. You know.
yeah. But this one is kind of made out of wood, I think. And it's
Whoa.
huge. The whole room is made out of that. Like
Yeah.
those type of things. And
Yeah.
it's just like it's said to be that when you're completely silent, you can hear your own heartbeat. Like
Whoa.
not feel it, but hear it. Like you can hear it go boom, boom, boom. Like
Whoa. That's. Ugh.
yeah, it's so crazy. That's how quiet it is. It's like it's more quiet than like that movie theater scene. Like it just
Yeah.
it's okay. It's more quiet than you being quiet. Like when if you're
Yeah.
listening to this podcast and then you just stayed quiet for like 5 minutes, it's more
Yeah.
quiet than that. Like the room you're in.
The quietest room.
Yeah, and it's just like that's so crazy to think about. And I want to
Yeah.
experience that. That would be
Me
cool
too.
to
I
experience.
want. I want to go in there and like snap and see if it like even like
Oh,
I bet
there is
it'll just like mute itself. You know.
yeah, there's nothing to bounce off of. So it's just gonna be like, and it's just gonna be
That was a good
lit.
snap.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I
That was
practiced.
good.
But on that note, we want to
On that
say
note,
bye. We
we
want to
want to
say
say peace out.
guys, have a good one. My name has been Yosef,
My name is Stephen
and we'll see you guys next time. All right.
on the podcast of Yosef and Stephen. Peace
Peace.
out.